How's everybody doing today? Today we're going to go through a quick autopilot gyropilot tutorial for the DC6. The gyropilot will take care of your pitch, your roll, your altitude. It does radio-based navigation, radio-based approaches with vertical guidance. It will intercept a glide slope. It's fantastic. So first things first. Before engaging the autopilot, make sure your pitch and roll are fairly stable and level. That's not bad. That's a little off to the right, but it's good enough. The first thing to do is engage the autopilot switch in the middle of the console here, and then turn your mechanical disconnect on. And that's going to level out the roll of the plane just to start with. To adjust your rate of climb and descent, you're going to use this AP glide wheel. It operates just like your trim wheel. Roll it back to increase your altitude, roll it forward to decrease your altitude. We're in some inclement weather right now, so it's a little bouncy, but you can see on our vertical speed indicator here, roll it back, we're going to start increasing our altitude. Roll it forward. We're going to decrease our altitude, and there's a wheel on either side. When you get close to your desired altitude, make sure you slow your rate of descent or climb, and then engage your altitude hold, which is located to the right of the autopilot on switch. And then your plane should sit in level flight. So we're going to go ahead and go down just a little bit. Let's hold it at 5,300 feet. It's going real slow, so shouldn't have to anticipate too much. Turn it on. Now the plane should sit at level flight. Pitch and roll look good. We're staying where we need to be. To adjust the plane heading, which can be used with or without altitude hold, all you have to do is rotate this AP turn knob. So if we want to turn right, rotate it to the right. You can see the plane is pitching to the right. There's also a little indicator down here. You can see we're moving a little bit. You want to turn to the left, go ahead and turn it left. To center the turn wheel, you can turn it back manually, or you can simply hit the return to center knob, which is just forward of the return wheel. And that'll go ahead and automatically put it back in the center. Now, if you find yourself in a situation where you're flying along and you have your gyropilot on and your altitude control on, and for some reason you need to, something happens and you adjust the plane and it kicks it off, which for some reason is not happening now. There we go. First thing you want to do is turn the autopilot off. If you try to turn her back on, it's not going to turn back on. You need to disconnect the mechanical disconnect, then turn the autopilot on, then turn the disconnect back on. You have to turn off that disconnect or you will not be able to turn the gyropilot back on. Okay, that's the simple explanation. We'll get into using radio navigation and glide slope in the next tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, please type them down below and hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys.